Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and I'm doing another one from the Beers of the World box. And I found another beer which looks pretty good from Omnipollo. Now, based on my last, my last thing, Omnipollo. I don't know if you can see on this map. It says Sweden, but Omnipollo, if you follow the line, they've put it in Finland, which I was a bit confused about, which is over near Russia. But Omnipollo is in Stockholm, which is actually down here, very close to kind of Denmark and places like that. So Beer 52, your quality control is shockingly bad. Put the map in the wrong country, for example, and that's with a line on it. Jesus Christ. Editorial values are really bad. It beggars belief. Anyway, onto the beer tasting. So, this beer is basically a map of the world, kind of. It's some weird thing, but there it is. Carlos Worldwide New Zealand Pilsner. So it's worldwide, but then it mentions a country, i.e. New Zealand, which is fair enough. By Omnipollo, 4.8% on the ABV. We have got wheat in there. No oats? That's cool. So just some wheat in there. And of course, I am expecting there to be New Zealand hops, which is, that can is pretty cool. I do like the design on that can. Is Nelson Sauvin and Rawaka. And they're using Magnum for the bitterness in the boil. Really interesting. What else have we got in there? We've got Pilsner malt and some dextrin in there too. Pilsner is a notoriously difficult beer to do. I'm doing a hopped one. Hop lager. Interesting. But we shall see what we get here, viewer. You know me. It all goes sometimes. Always sometimes. Ugh. More often than not, things don't quite go to plan. But then that makes me more real to you, dear viewer. There we go. Let's see if it will focus on this instead of me. Not that I mind if it's focused on me, but you know, don't know why they seem to focus on my face more than the thing. Look, focus on this thing. There we go. Let me get in shot and all that. And now it's focused back on me again. Ridiculous. Oh well. Sometimes, dear viewer, what can you do? What can you do? Anyway, much bigger than a finger's head, and look at that snowstorm going on with the carbonation in this bad boy. It is slightly hazy. What should we call that? It's kind of straw to gold colour, and it's only a tiny bit hazy. It might be because of the chill haze, because I've had this bad boy in the fridge. Sort of fluffy, kind of flowery kind of aroma. Tiny bit of kind of, yeah, lychee sort of thing. I'm not getting the grapes. With Nelson Sauvin, obviously you get the kind of grape aroma, but I'm not getting that. Maybe because it's in the fridge. But it's a Pilsner, so you don't want to serve it room temperature, do you? Look at that. I wonder if it'll focus on the head. Come on, dear. Dear camera, don't let me down. I'm focusing there a bit, but look at that head. It really fluffy kind of, looks a bit like a nougat kind of fluffiness. That looks really cool. I'm liking that a lot. Chin chin. By the way, if you like the review so far, why not click like, click subscribe, do all that kind of stuff that helps YouTube. Leave a comment down below. That's one thing that a lot of people, I see people watching the videos and then they don't bother to leave a comment. But please do, it does make a difference. Let's dive in, chin chin. Quite a good amount of bitterness. That's interesting. Carbon dioxide bite a little bit on there. But then, yeah, then the kind of grapey things, it's quite zesty as well, kicks in, which is nice. But then there's some hint of berry in there too. But it's not a berry that over here in the UK, maybe I'm not used to. But interesting. So you've got the grape kind of skin. It's weird, grape skin as opposed to the grape itself. And then it goes into this sort of tropically type berry. Interesting. But yeah, reasonably hoppy, reasonably bitter up front. Then it more goes into a sort of Pilsner mellowness, smoothness, dryness to some degree. It's difficult to say because there is quite a good bitterness up front. Maybe there's a little bit of sugar in there. Well, it says dextrin, but that's a malt, isn't it? Dextrin malt. But the sugars from the malts to balance that bitterness, the initial bitterness, shall we say. See what we get this time. Okay, so they're the grape skin. The bitterness kind of waters the mouth to a little degree. And then it's kind of, is it a bitterness or is it a kind of maybe slightly sourness from a sort of slight berry thing? There's a little bit of greenery in there too. I'm trying to get that. What's that other kind of fruity taste in there? Very difficult to kind of pinpoint. But nice. I would say I'm probably a Pilsner kind of a Pilsen dude in the traditional sense. So dry hopping and all that kind of stuff in Pilsners, not so keen on it. But I like trying different hops. So from that point of view, fair enough. It's good. And this is described as a New Zealand Pilsner, so maybe that's something, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. Got no tide lines to speak of. We have got some foam sort of hanging about. And look at that, man. There's still a finger's head, and we're almost at the last sip. That is pretty crazy. Let's finish this one off. Got a bit of foam in the mouth there. Kind of smooths it out, but overall, there's some nice bitterness there. It's weird to have like a beer that doesn't have kind of creamy oats in and a bit of lactose to sweeten things out. This is definitely a kind of bitter, refreshing beer. And what was it? 4.8%. So, yep, 4.8%. It's not too shabby. Okay, it's the wrong side of 5, but it's almost there. So let's give it a free pass. Right, we do. Actually, that's so weird. Look, we've definitely got a substantial line there, but where were the ones up there? Very bizarre, very bizarre. I have to say, I think I preferred the other beer better because it was it was yeah, it was born of a absolutely fantastic beer, and they watered this one down. This one, yeah, it's a kind of worldwide thing. Worldwide thing. Oh, look at that. That's Antarctica, must be. So this is zoomed in on a map as though we were in New Zealand, which is kind of weird. And it's that way round, I think. No, Africa's there somewhere. Weird. It's at a weird angle. Put it that way. This has been Uncle Jonah drinking beers over the weekend, so you guys can kind of choose or see what to choose. And this one is another beer coming from the Beer 52. I am going to be doing some more beers that you can freely get anywhere in the UK anyway. But things like Omnipollo you can't turn down because it's such a fantastic brewery. Guys, it's been really nice to see you, chat to you, drink with you, burp with you. This has been Uncle Jonah. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember to come back because Uncle Jonah will return with more beer reviews.